Hello everyone, welcome to my video Earthquake Explained, and in today's video we will get everything about earthquake and we'll get all the conceptual clarity about earthquake, how it is formed, how it is propagated, and what is the main cause of destruction during an earthquake, and what is the mechanism behind an earthquake. So beginning with, this is a normal ground that we reside, that we play, that we live here. But have you ever wondered what will be there inside the ground if we go deep down the ground? What would be the scenario down the ground? So technically, when we go deep inside the ground, the temperature rises. Technically, if you see the graph, when we go deep inside the ground, the temperature gradually increases. So that means technically there is some point deep inside the earth which is in the molten stage, because in such high temperature it is practically impossible to all the metals, all the elements inside the ground to remain in solid state. So when temperature increases, everything starts melting. So technically there should be some point deep inside the ground that should be in the molten stage, and all the molten materials, they get collected at one point that is called magma chamber. So the magma chamber has lava inside it. So technically, what is the difference between magma and lava? So when the lava is deep inside the earth in the magma chamber, it is called magma, and when it comes out of the earth, when it comes out of the ground and it gets settled down, it is called lava. So this is the magma chamber deep inside the earth, and when everything gets heated, currents comes out, like steam comes out. So from this magma chamber, hot steams are coming out, like in a pot. When we boil water, what we get, sometimes the lid gets imbalanced, and finally when the steams are very high and very powerful, the lid gets displaced. So in that logic, the magma chamber has magma inside it and very high temperature. In such great temperature, convectional currents coming out of it, and it is hitting the ground below. So technically the ground starts shaking, and we call this an earthquake. So our ground that we reside, it's not a simple ground. These are made up of plates. So if you are standing in USA, you are on North American plate. You are standing on Brazil, then you are standing on South American plate. And if under the ground, below the ground, the convectional current from the magma, it would start hitting the ground, it would start hit the North American plate or South American plate, then ground would start shaking, and you will feel an earthquake in North America or in South America. So the maximum destruction that is caused by any of the earthquake is in Chile. In 1960, it was 9.5 in Richter scale. So this is a seismograph that measures earthquake, and it is calculating the magnitude, and the graph is much more up and down. The intensity is much higher. If the graph is simpler, then intensity is not that high. So maximum destruction ever caused in Chile in 1960, it was a 9.5 magnitude Richter scale. So there is an